Live, 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 live. We're going this way. You're live. All right. I thought I was. I checked this morning. I looked in the mirror and said, I think you're still here. Let's take a look at Home Tweet Home. Someone recently has bought this book, and I said, you know what? I'm going to do a live on it so that you could see what I did with the pages in this book. And the rest of the world can take a look at what's in here. This is the back cover with many people who have colored this book. And let's just get right into it to try to keep it short and sweet. So let's take a look. Always the minis in the front, at least, in the last 2 years or so making these books. The color cover. Now, this book has grayscale photographs, and then I made it into line art. This book is all about trying it one way, trying it again, which means there are quite a few duplicate pages, but it all colors differently. Last night I sat with my crayons and started this. I will play around with that. I had the option of doing a regular traditional little brown log house. And then over here, if I want on this next page, I can go purple, I can go blue. Here it adds the words in case somebody wants to share that, whatever. So the book has, and look, such a difference. It does have plenty of opportunity to play around with coloring without stressing out. It's a definite workbook type deal. Also, if you're not really familiar, comfortable with grayscale, this gives you a really nice opportunity to try that. Then some people like backgrounds and whatever. So I threw some of that in. Not that you're going to want to color every single page. You thumb through it, you say, that appeals to me. This is strange. It's a weird grayscale, so that's a good opportunity to try that. I obviously use markers, single-sided, did crayon, bringing the two together in a like a birdhouse community development center. So yes, duplicates for sure. Play with it. Try this, try that. Also good for sharing. The kids come over, the grandkids come over. You can flip this book out and say, here's some crayons, pick a page. Now the rock house is just really interesting to try different things. Here I used a very pale pencil trying to make rocks. I like this better though. Bright bold blue. Then I tried it with brown and I took a YouTube tutorial on how to make real rocks. And that was it. I will never do that again. It was really time consuming. And I actually like this better. So it works for me. And yes, this does appear quite a few times because if you really get into it, you're going to say, I think I want another crack at this or a couple. And I want to see what would it look like in red? What would it look like in browns? What would it look like in purple? Then we have the little one where you can put whatever you want around there. Then this one I did as red, white, and blue, the condos. Here in pinks with blue sky. This is on black backgrounds where I worked on the browns. And what would it look like? Just your normal, the birdhouse you could find at any arts and crafts store. Then I added my own ink to it and decorated it. Color it plain, add things to it. I used the Not Your Ordinary crayons for that, which are a gel crayon. Just plain old, I didn't feel like doing much. So I just gel crayoned around the outlines. Here I gel crayoned in pink. That was like 1 minute. Red, white, and blue. On black. On black again. You could find that like everywhere. That's your traditional, you could find it, birdhousey thing. What can you do with it? From grayscale to not. It says tweet there. Tweet lives in this little Western Ranch birdhouse. So there's a variety of birdhouses as well. Lots and lots of practice and try it. And maybe you only want to try part and then move on. Just, good for color testing too. When you get something new and you say, I'm going to grab this book and see what I can do, or what my new crayons or my new pencils or my new markers can do. Oh my goodness, my laptop's running hot today. All right. I think I'm doing this alone, which is fine. I have a lot of books to do today. I have lots of books. Hanging birdhouses kind of remind me of coconuts. White and black. Because this is also always experimental for me. What will it look like if I play around a little bit with the basic design? It's a big book. I'll go back and tell you just the size and the page numbers. And this one's adorable. But this is just the cutest darn thing to color. Really cute. And so many different ways of doing it. Light, dark. The little hanging camper birdhouse. So there is a nice collection of different style birdhouses. That's why it's called Home Tweet Home. Yeah. Where the birds live. Little bird houses. Then we have the practice with the black and the white, which it's really kind of a good idea to start in the back and try it and then go to the front. But there's so many duplicate pages that this is a book you really do not have to worry about what you're doing, because if you mess it up, there is plenty of opportunities to try it a different way and perhaps get to the point where you're really totally in love with it and you're done. Then I merged some of them and made them landscape. The little rocks, the little stones on the house, really interesting to color. All right, then we have some of the color them and share on social media. Please and thank you. Please subscribe. Please look. Please go to Deborah L. McDonald Play All and let them run in the background so that I get credits there for views. May 10th, 2018, Columbia, South Carolina. Back of the book, front of the book. Oh yeah, the name is on the spine. And then this book sells for $12.95. There are 240 pages, so 120 coloring pages. That include duplicates. 1.5 pounds of paper. It was $14.95. I believe I marked it down. So I don't know. How can I ever remember everything? I can't. I thank you for joining in. I thank you for sharing. I thank you for subscribing. I really thank you for a like, and I really thank you for nice comments. And if you have nothing good to say, sometimes it's better off not to say a word, because maybe it's not your cup of tea, but it could be someone else's. And then there's a nice way. Okay, let's do this one. There's a nice way, too, of saying, I'm sure there are people who would enjoy this. It's just not my cup of tea. And move on, Yeah. And please always remember that everybody's review, everybody's criticism, everybody's comments are taken. They're individually based. And you should really look and think for yourself. That's the best way to go about life.